So I read a thing about two women in California who were jailed for the deaths of their stillborn babies. The article was locked behind a paywall, so I didn't get more info than what they put in the Twitter thread, but at least one of the women was on drugs and delivered a dead baby that had meth in its system. And I guess it was safe to say she effectively killed it with drug use. And this has caused controversy in the online sphere because it's a unique situation for right-to-lifers and right-to-choosers to argue about. There were people blaming the addict and people defending the addict, and regardless of where you fall on the abortion issue, I'm not really seeing how an addict that poisons her fetus with deadly methamphetamines can be not blamed for this situation. People were like, she's an addict, what was she supposed to do? Just stop? I mean, yeah, with help, obviously, but beyond that, how about not getting pregnant in the first place if you have a crippling meth addiction? This might be controversial, but I don't think drug addicts make good parents. If you wanted your fetus to die, you could have gotten an actual abortion much sooner. And I think that would have actually been a kindness in this particular situation, since it maybe could have happened before it was developed enough to feel pain. Another article I did manage to read at no cost said the meth lady was actually charged 4 years ago and served 4 years already, with her sentence now over, and the reason it's a story is because one of the attorneys might refile the charges as a murder thing instead of the manslaughter thing she originally went in for. The article doesn't say how far along she was when she delivered the dead zombie fetus, which kind of sucks, because if she almost made it to term, then that would be such a downer. But as a meth addict, you imagine it probably wasn't a scenario where she was doing so good the whole time and held out for so long till she finally slipped up. Like, I'm sure this shit was ongoing, repeated. I'm pregnant, but fuck my baby, I need meth, and since he's part of my body, by extension, he needs it too. I don't know about the whole murder thing in legal terms, unless she was literally smoking multiple times a day, like, boy, I hope this kills my baby. But if this chick was in jail forever, I wouldn't really have a problem with it. But she was a poor, helpless addict, so there's no such thing as accountability. Addict's gonna addict, bro. Where is your compassion? These people would have had this bitch never serve a day in prison. Is that what compassion is? A lack of consequences for poor decision making? Nobody wants to become addicted to drugs, and I don't want to feel like shit after I eat half a cake, but some things just come with the territory. Man, who does meth? What a trashy fucking drug. Why can't you just snort cocaine like a businessman? Maybe that would have kept your baby chipper in the womb and he could have been born on time, alive, with a giant smile on his face and a full set of adult teeth already just bouncing off the damn walls. He comes out already knowing like 200 words, just motor mouthing a mile a minute like he's recording a Let's Play. The doctor smacks him on the back to make him cry, but instead of crying, is just like, hello everyone and welcome to Cocaine Kid Plays Call of Duty. Doesn't everyone know to stay away from meth in particular? Like, that's the bad one. When you picture a meth user, it's not a cover model. If anything, they're on a motivational poster for dentists. There can't be people out there taking a hit of meth, or whatever it's called when you're doing it, and being like, yeah, this is cool, I'm so counterculture right now. Is meth the new weed? Do 17-year-olds smoke that shit? Like, yeah, society blows, fuck you, mom. It's like huffing paint thinner. Who can do that with any amount of style? Someone with cool sunglasses on, wearing a tuxedo, just hunched over a paint can, like... You bitches are like summer, no class. I just googled, is meth cheaper than cocaine, and the first thing that popped up was the National Helpline for Drug Addiction. I think they're on to me. But apparently meth is ridiculously cheap compared to anything else. This site said it averaged like $5 a hit. I thought meth just made people look poor, but apparently that's the target demographic. That said, if you're poor enough to make meth your bedfellow, I still wouldn't recommend having a kid with it. I do think there's something to be said for the immorality of bringing a child into the world under squalid, terrible conditions, especially if the terrible condition is you. I think certain people shouldn't be allowed to have children, like drug addicts or proven abusers. I think they should be on some kind of registry, and if they violate their no pregnancy order, you abort it if there's a fetal health issue. Otherwise, you throw them in jail, and when they give birth, you put it in foster care. Now, they might still get raised by a secret abuser or drug addict, but that's better than a guaranteed one. I wonder about how consciousness works in babies. Like, if that stillborn baby the meth addict killed had instead been able to be born healthy from the same mother had she not gone on any crystal binges, would that baby be the same baby as the one who died, or does that baby's consciousness get overwritten under different circumstances? The same egg got fertilized by the same sperm, but after that the development got a bit screwy, what with the mother being a fucking deadbeat scumlord trash monster and all. The disconnect of consciousness is actually why I'm wary of certain technologies. Like, I would never step foot in a teleporter if they existed. If they work by de-atomizing you or whatever and then rebuilding you in the new location, that dude isn't me anymore. As soon as you broke me down to transfer me, you killed me. I'm dead. What comes out is something else. It's me, but I ain't there. My consciousness is gone. A teleporter that kept me alive would have to be able to rip a hole in space-time and let me travel through it intact. So not even a teleporter, but a portal, like those Doctor Strange portals in the Marvel movies. I'll take one of those. Anything that disassembles and reassembles me like a Hasbro toy is a no thank you. Please do me a favor and visualize a pregnant woman smoking meth. I hadn't really done it up to this point, even while talking about it, but play that movie in your head of what it looks like when a lady with child is inhaling meth vapor because nothing will stop her, and tell me it's not conceptually infuriating. I do not care about the context. If you're doing meth while pregnant, you're fucking garbage, and 4 years of jail time is a blessing, an undeserved miracle. Any of these toothless cunts out here getting semen blasted by their disgusting husbands are more likely just some guy off the street with a bag in his pocket that aren't engaging in the absolute pinnacle of birth control should be slapped in the face every day at a regularly scheduled time. They should be slapped by appointment. They should have to get in their windowless cars and drive somewhere to get their daily slapping. They should have to stand in line and wait for their turn like it's the fucking DMV. And when it comes time, they should stand in a little room in front of a microphone hooked up to the PA system so it can broadcast that hearty sound to the rest of the waiting area. It is simply unconscionable that you would attempt to bring a life into the world when yours is so breathtakingly worthless. If any meth-addled pregnant ladies are watching this video, please walk into a bank, fire a gun in the air, and then immediately drop it and wait to be arrested. Maybe it'll save your kid. Well, that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you can like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at Sunburned Albino. Watch all my videos while high on bath salts, and I'll see you guys next time.